Everyone, Sarah here. So in this video, I am setting up my June functional planning system. So if you guys don't know me, I'm Sarah, and this is Plan the Grind, and we're all about like functional planning, work bullet journals, and I'm a project manager, so I just do a lot of planning. So that's what I do on this channel. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And here I am putting in, if you don't know, I have a Patreon and we do our continuous improvement project. And this month we're focusing on reset. So I'm putting in my goals for the month of June, which is I'm redoing one of my themes that I didn't do so well on earlier this year, and then I'm also resetting my planning system. So my planning system really just it really includes a Hobonichi cousin avec, and a work bullet journal, and obviously my phone. I use Outlook, and that's really just redundant because I put all my meetings in my weekly review anyhow. But the phone tells me where to go at what time, so can't really abandon that. So here's my Hobonichi cousin, and this is June, so it's the last month in the VAC, and I'm feeling that I can use all the stickers I want because it's June, it's the last month. And I'm just putting in my different areas of my life, which that's what I love using my sidebar for, and it kind of just keeps me honest with where I need to be. And the other thing, we're finishing up my 90-day plan here. So this is the last month of my 90-day plan. It's the end of Q2. So work is going to be crazy, I'm sure. And I want to finish up my 90-day plan. So 2 of my 4 projects that I was managing for the 90-day plan, one got rolled into IT, and then I found out that I actually am going to be out of the office on medical leave, so I had to give one of my projects to somebody else, a Kaizen event, which is kind of a bummer, but I can't hold that up for me, So I gave that off. But the other 2 that are more in my team, directly related to my team, I'm going to finish up this month, and I'm actually feeling really good about them. So those are getting done. That's one of my focuses. And then obviously the end of the quarter. In my CI project, I talked about my reset, which redoing one of my themes. I took on a little bit more than I could for one of my themes in March. So I'm actually breaking it down into a smaller chunk so I can make some progress on it. So I'm resetting that theme. Also resetting my planning system. So I'm changing it, but I'm not changing it. So be on the lookout for that. I'm going to be planning out my new system, and be on the lookout because I'll be recording it like I do. The other thing I love about June is it's really starting to come together, my new routines, behaviors, and systems that I built. So patrons, I always call you Patreons, but they're patrons. So June, I didn't bring this up, but we're 6 months in, so I'm incorporating my money dates. That was one of the themes that we talked about, some of my goals, doing the reset there. My mental clutter, I'm continuing on, so I put some tracker stuff in there and my stress tracking. So I'll be doing that. And then work I talked about, Plan the Grind. Got to continue on with just our continuous improvement program. And family, we're just going to focus on dinners. And honestly, I'm going to be kind of down and out for a couple weeks. So I'm not really planning too much. So anyhow, so we'll see what happens with my video. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. And yeah, so I'm putting in my money dates. I'm putting in the routines and cadence for the month because we got to be really intentional about that because it's quarter end. So it's go time, baby. And what else? My weekend schedule. I also go up north on the weekends, every other weekend, and then I stay home on the weekends. And the weekends I'm home is kind of like my power weekends. That's when I go do all the things around the house. And what else? We got last day of school happening. June's a big month. So last day of school, which means there's going to be a new chore something happening, chore schedule happening. This is a vellum in my shop, reset, refocus, and restart. So again, it's all about reset. So June, it's summertime, which means the kids are going to be home, which means they're juggling less, which means they can help out more around the house. So I'm going to be kind of resetting the chore expectations, if you will, in the month of June. So that's the June setup and my Hobonichi cousin. Then we're going to go over and get my work bullet journal, and we're going to set that up for June as well. So what am I doing for my work bullet journal? I feel like I need a calendar in my work bullet journal. I don't know why, but you have to put a calendar in every month. It's like a written law. So I'm putting it in there. I'm not going to use it, but I'm going to put it in there. But whatever, it's fine. I like how it looks. And then I'm breaking the 2-page spread into different categories or sections that I need to keep track of. And I did May, but I did it wicked late, and I actually recorded it and never put it up. But I really love having the deadline list, the monthly to-dos, like those reoccurring routines that you have to do every month. And it's funny because those reoccurring themes that I do every month are really around my plan the grind stuff, that I just need to have front and center. And I don't, because I don't have them like written down anywhere formally that I look at all the time. So my work bullet journal is really evolving because I'm finding a gap in my planning system for Plan the Grind. Now, when I first started this planning system, I didn't have Plan the Grind, so I didn't need to incorporate it in. But now that I do, I'm finding some gaps here. So I'm really trying to incorporate that into my spreads because I need to keep track of it, obviously. So I am putting in here, I'm putting like monthly to-dos, a next month spread, events, deadlines, notes, and that's really what this section is all about. And I really just plan on using that for it's almost like a dashboard of the month. Oh, and actually highlights, because I have to go back and do that. And I noticed I actually put a 6 days instead of 7 days there, so I had to go back and add a 7th column. And I really, again, like I said, I like having this dashboard because when I have to do my monthly operations review report, I use this spread to get the highlights of the month or big orders or big wins that I need to report out for like projects in the market. And I think I'll remember them throughout the month, but I never remember them. So I write them down when I see it, or when I hear them. So I have something to fill in to the stupid PowerPoint slides. I feel like my life is all about PowerPoint sometimes. But anyhow, so I like the spread for that reason. So I'm going to go in afterwards, after this video, and then put all my things in there. So the top one is deadlines. The the little middle one on the right-hand side is birthdays, and that actually is supposed to say July, but I put June, and then I got to white it out and put next month, and then I put my monthly to-dos, Plan the Grind, and home. And I'm actually going to change one of those to probably the birthdays to highlights now that I think about it. And I just put a June 2021. And you know me and my next action list, love it. So I'm putting in a next action and waiting on section, and I'll migrate anything that's still relevant from the last next actions list that I had over into this one. So that is it. I hope you guys liked this plan with me. My June setup for my June functional planning system. And that's really it. So we have our work bullet journal that just has the dashboard for the month with some key events, my next action list, my waiting on. And then we have the Hobonichi cousin Avec, which has I keep track of like deadlines, big meetings, and the routines or cadence of the month for my team because we are commercial operations and we have a lot to do with the sales numbers. And then also my continuous improvement project. So be on the lookout for my new planner setup that I'll be putting up some videos on. And have a great June. Thanks everyone. Bye.